right, Ryan, let's get started.
Let's
Welcome,
do it.
everyone, to this month's Codings Talk. I'm your host, Megan Ellsworth. I'm so excited because we're sponsored today by Suprema, and I have my new friend Ryan here, and we're going to be talking
Hello.
about integration to innovation, the future of roof coatings. Hi, Ryan, how are you?
Hello. Doing fantastic, Megan. How are you today?
I'm so good.
Good.
I would love it if we could start out and have you just introduce yourself.
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Knipple, and I am the Business Development Manager for the Commercial Roof Coatings Division here at Suprema US. Very excited to be here. Very excited to share some love and support and all the great things about coatings and about Suprema. I've been with the company since 2024 and doing everything I can to work on sales strategy, technical support, warranty programs, initiatives, and so many other things to push coatings to a bigger and better place than where we have. Proud alumni of the University of Texas at El Paso. So picks
Ooh.
up, go Miners. Definitely love that. And really, really happy to be here.
Yay. Thank you so much for being here with me, Ryan. I'm so
Yes,
excited
ma'am.
for this conversation. I think it's going to be fabulous. So,
Yes, ma'am.
for anyone out there that didn't know, Suprema recently went through a brand integration. Can
We
you
did.
share what that means for your coatings customers and why this change was so important?
Yes, absolutely. So prior to January 1st of this year, many of you out in the marketplace might have noticed this tropical or TRP. Those were definitely synonymous. But a wonderful thing happened on January 1st. We became fully integrated with the Suprema brand. And this allows us to reflect on some nationwide strength of the name, the stability, the strength, and everything that comes with the brand recognition of Suprema. So it really allows us to really be full force with that out to everybody. Every single thing is under one umbrella. So exciting to have that backing, to have the name, the logo change, and so many wonderful things that come with integration such as like
Yeah.
this. The tropical side, it's always going to have a great name, always going to have a great presence. What a wonderful run, everything there. But all those great things and all those great people that were from Tropical and TRP are now under the Suprema Coatings name, and we couldn't be happier.
Yeah, that's so exciting.
Mhm. Yes,
Wow,
ma'am.
so exciting. And that, like you said, that started January this year, right?
Correct. Yes, ma'am. First of the
Wow.
year. So we're still in the early stages of this integration and so excited to keep going out and telling everybody about it.
Wow, that's exciting. IRE must have been really fun for you all with all the new stuff to tell people and
Yes,
announcements and
ma'am.
everything.
Yes, ma'am. Brought up a bunch of fun new conversations and just so much pride and so much fun going in there to really show off the new look, the consistent brand and everything with Supreme. It really was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes, ma'am.
Well,
Yeah.
congrats.
Thank you.
So, what does Suprema, or why does Suprema include roof
Mhm.
coatings in its portfolio, and what role do coatings play in the broader roofing industry? Just to lay some groundwork here.
Yeah, 100%. Suprema has it because it's a great offering to have
Exactly.
in your tool belt when you're going out there and looking at all the different types of roofs and stuff. Not everything necessarily needs a full tear off, or maybe
Right.
there's a gap in mindset, discussion, funding, and all those other things that come into play from what we consider the traditional tear off. Sometimes it's just a basis of restoration, adding longevity and additional lifespan to the current substrate that's there. So coatings is the absolute perfect way to go there. Have a simple understanding as everyone walks the roof and just kind of see, hey, we may not need this, but we have the perfect resolution to your situation at hand, whether it be a simple maintenance or a full restoration to improve and extend the life of the current substrate that's on the roof.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so pivotal. And I think also, like you said, adding that to a contractor's tool belt th- creates, opens such a wide array of opportunities to them and their
Yes, ma'am.
customers.
Absolutely, it does. It's just another great talking point, another assurance, that when it's made with the offer, you really have the best interest of the property owner at hand to make sure they're looking at every avenue. And again, when you just provide more and you've got a great bracking with products and the brand and everything that comes with it, it really is just another great tool and a great offering to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Absolutely. More on
Yes,
that
ma'am.
as we move on.
Yeah.
What makes coatings such a critical solution today compared to traditional roofing methods?
I think one of the big ones that comes out is it could be a cost measure, so to speak. You know, there's such a big gap for a full coatings restoration or even just a simple maintenance thing to what it really encompasses to do a full tear off, right?
Right.
A lot of it comes with material costs. You have labor costs, but also when you factor in landfill and waste and other facets of what you're actually tearing off first, all those costs drastically add up. With coatings, you have a great offering that allows that gap to shrink, so to speak, for various reasons that may come up with the property owner. But also, you're looking at additional benefits of the finished product. It's not just a little bit better cost or speed of getting it down, but you end up with a lot more efficiency and cost savings by the cool roof stuff that comes along when you put coatings down, which is great. Again, eliminating tear-off waste. We don't want to keep adding stuff to our landfills and all those
Right.
other things. You may have an incident in a traditional tear-off where you may have to shut the building down due to everything that comes with actually taking material off. With coatings, it's going over current substrates. So, you know, very, very, very rarely do those incidents happen where the building owner is drastically disrupted to where they have to close the building. So all
Right.
those things encompass to just such a great offering that is coatings.
Yeah, and that
Mhm.
takes us really right into our next question, which is
Right.
how has the retiring workforce influenced the need for education and training in the coding space? How is coatings creating job efficiency and the need for not as many workers on the roof?
Big time. As retirement becomes a very consistent occurrence that we're seeing right now.
Right.
First of all, for all those that are retiring, thank you for paving the way for everyone else here today. Really appreciate it.
Pun
But
intended.
we are we are losing um tricks of the trade. We're
Yeah.
losing that back of hand knowledge, the I saw this and fill in the blank year. We're losing so much of that. And as we bring in a youthful side, maybe somebody's changing careers from one industry to another, whatever the situation is, as we're getting these newer persons coming into the workforce, we have to educate them more. We have to
Yeah.
give them an understanding of everything that's made available and readily accessible to solve a problem. And with that, it actually becomes a fun opportunity. We get to speak more about who we are as Suprema. We get to speak more about how we train, contractors and share best practices on installs or recognizing what product offering might be the best solution for that current substrate. And as we get to go out and we meet these new people and we tell them a little bit more that you don't just have to rip the whole thing off in X, Y, and Z. There's far more than one solution that originally was thought of before. We allow that to provide comfort and a little bit more understanding to solve these problems. And I think with the newer persons coming in, it creates excitement for them as well, because it's not just, oh, my grandfather did this, or I worked with a gentleman to do that. And those are all great situations. But the younger generation, they like more options. They like different ways to solve problems. So if we can continue to push that on an education standpoint and allow them to go out into their respective marketplaces with confidence, it really is just a lot of fun and it keeps us pushing forward and being a lot more forward facing with this newer workforce out there.
Yeah, that's so true. Kind of a follow-up question for you on this.
Yeah.
How do we keep those tricks of the trade, like you
Mhm.
mentioned, in from this retiring workforce and move the move that wisdom down the
Right.
pipeline? How are you guys helping with that?
I think what we encourage, and what I highly encourage everyone is ask questions. It is so simple, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. Ask
Yeah.
questions, take
Yep.
notes, whether you're a great mental note taker or you're a pen and pad type person, type it out on whatever form of technology. Ask the questions and find a way to document the answer. As you can continue to go out there and learn, um, there's a ton of visual learners. Not everything is auditory and
Right.
hearing it. So sometimes I want to see pictures. I want to go walk the roof. Can you assist me here? Find whatever it is that allows you to receive and retain information the best way and start asking those questions with the people that are coming out of the industry or staying but are a little bit more tenured, so to speak. Find whatever it is that makes it easier for you to retain that knowledge, because it allows us to keep it. We can kind of create our own Rolodexes of recall in so many different ways now because we can store information in so many different ways now. So I always highly encourage, ask the questions, look at the pictures, and just have conversations. Somebody has probably seen something very, very similar to what you're looking at and can provide one, two, or three solutions for it.
Yeah, yeah, that's so
Mhm.
true. And something I've seen too is contractors putting, it says here, mentorships, putting
Mhm.
newer employees with seasoned pros,
Oh, big time.
and like, so they are kind of apprenticing but also
Correct.
shadowing and getting that opportunity on the job to ask those
100%.
questions.
Oh,
um
yes.
so
Yes.
important.
Yeah, find a mentor, find training. Yeah, find a buddy. Sometimes it could just be that. Maybe it's just a
Yeah,
driving home buddy on a Friday afternoon.
true.
Share some best practices, whatever it is. Seek it out in the best manner for you to retain it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, Ryan. So, what
Hmm.
steps is Suprema taking to educate contractors and distributors about coatings?
Oh,
Can you talk about
uh,
like your applicator training and all that stuff?
yeah, no, we'll start there. We'll start with the applicator training. We definitely want to talk to contractors who want to know about coatings, who want to know all the ins and outs and odds and ends and all the fun little things that come with it. We want to talk to you. But not just that, we want to encourage and invite you to attend one of our approved applicator trainings. We want you to get the best understanding that you can about our product offerings as it relates to just the maintenance side of things or a full coatings restoration. We have set programs that really uh, bring in a broader view of the wonderful things that are Suprema, with the different divisions and product offerings that we have, but also gives us another sense to also ask questions and learn from a number of people, GCs and architects. It's just such a fun way to share information and learn from each other. For the aspect of growing and sharing those things and pushing forward and keep getting better. But we have so many different courses, so many different discussions that we want to have, whether we're going out and doing it or receiving it on the back end, whether it's from a distributor, whether it's from a contractor or anyone. We just want to talk to you, and the best thing is we have so many different ways to do that, which is held by local sales reps, our wonderful technical department. We just want to have these conversations with you. So, whatever assistance I can be after this, I can't put up a big thing of how to get in contact with your local rep, but we can definitely find a way to help you after this.
Yeah.
But please reach out to us because we're doing our best to also come out and find you and have these conversations and do these trainings as well.
Yeah, and tell me a
Mhm.
little bit about your involvement with AIA and IBEC, and how contractors should get involved with those organizations as well to learn more about coatings and all the different
100%.
things.
It's not just from manufacturers that you can seek information from. We're a great
Yeah.
resource, but there is so much out there. Local councils, national councils, organizations, clubs, fill in the blank on whatever it is. Go out and be a part of that. Find ways to educate yourself on the regular. Go get credit hours. Go just continue to absorb as much information. And as you're finding a lot of those, you will see that a person from Suprema is probably involved in one of the chapters that you're looking at, whether it's a local or a national level. We're doing the same thing that you're doing. Again, seeking out that information, seeking out those handshakes with all these great organizations to be a part of. Because we're all trying to be the best that we can be. We all want to go out and have wonderful relationships and wonderful bonds to keep growing our beautiful industry as a whole. So highly encouraged, get involved in these programs, get involved in these clubs, because you're only going to be better for it overall.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
true. And
Hmm.
then how, if they're, contractors are on here, how
Yeah.
does a contractor get involved with your training program?
Very simple. What contractor would have to do is get in contact with the local rep and set up I don't know, a Teams call, a phone call, face to face, whatever. Find a way to just start the general discussions. And as those discussions are happening, um, we can kind of pique the interest. What are you really looking for? Are you a maintenance person already and just want more information about X, Y, or Z, or want to really do coatings because we have, these opportunities come up and we need to be trained. So definitely start with the local rep. And as those conversations unfold and we're both asking questions and getting answers, that local rep can instruct that contractor on when the next approved applicator training is coming up, get them signed up and assist them in making sure they can attend that course.
Amazing.
Hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So we got a question here from the audience,
Okay.
and it is, how do you help contractors navigate compatibility issues when they're coding over existing systems from
Okay.
other manufacturers TPO, single ply, what have
So
you?
one of the best things about our wonderful technical department is, they will assist in a couple of different ways. Obviously, sharing pictures is always good, but we want to walk these roofs and we will
Yeah,
walk these roofs. Our tech
great.
team will go out there and we would love to do it with you, Mr. and Mrs. Contractor, because we want to make sure we're staring at the same thing at the same time. The questions are live while they're pointing, while they're taking pictures, while they're doing substrate checks and all these great things. So, again, start with the process of getting with your local rep, and that rep can get in contact with the local technical representative to go out there to get on the substrate, get on the building in question to make sure that we're all looking at the same thing and we're all providing the right answers for the solution that is needed for that substrate.
Yeah, amazing.
Hmm.
Amazing. Okay, I have another kind of just follow-up question for you on this.
Okay.
Are you seeing building owners becoming more educated on coatings, or do you think contractors still do most of that education and manufacturers like yourself?
I, I definitely think there is just more of a need and a want to obtain information.
Yeah.
Um, I think most of the conversations that start are probably going to be from the contractor because they're the ones seeing far more building owners than we are, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure more of those conversations are starting with the contractor, but the information is being spread out further and further. That's why our marketing departments and our IT departments do such wonderful things on literature we leave behind
Mm,
or updating our website for ease of access of information. I wish I knew the percentages off the top of my head. I definitely don't because it would just be too
yeah.
much data.
Yeah.
But I do believe there is such a want and a need to access this information more and more. And I think the reach is getting bigger and bigger. So my hope is it's not just contractors, it is building owners and GCs and anyone else who is interested, because it could be the right thing for a maintenance or sustainability or so many other things. And again, that's why I love our IT department. I love what our marketing team is doing to allow for greater understanding with the literature that we leave behind to receive the information, but also ease of access for this information. So I definitely believe more and more people are trying to obtain this.
Yeah, I would love
Mhm.
to know the percentage of people, asking AI or Chat GPT like
Right.
about coatings if they're a home or well, not a homeowner, but maybe a homeowner, but a building owner.
Yeah.
Um, okay, and we actually have another question from the
Okay.
audience, if that's all right with you, Ryan.
Oh, by all means.
Yay. Okay, so what would you recommend for coating over a built-up roof that has been previously coated with aluminum coating?
Okay. So the first thing that I would do is highly recommend we get one of our technical representatives up there, just as I stated, because a couple things are going to come into play. One, we just want to see what it looks like, but we also want to make sure we look at all the penetrations, we look at all the differences that come into play, but we got to see how the substrate is performing currently right now. We want to know the age of it. Is it smooth or granulated? That comes into play. So the first thing is get our technical representative up there, and as they addressed all those things encompassing, what they will do is make a final decision if this system is approved. Because it could be a certain part of the country where things are just a little bit different. I definitely believe there is an easy answer to give, But always before we just give that answer out, we want to make sure that we are on that substrate and we are understanding exactly what it looks, what it feels like to ensure that coatings is the right option. So I
Yeah.
always point to our technical team to make that decision, to make sure we're all on the same page and we clearly understand that this is the right option based upon a couple of different variables that we can only see in real time on that substrate.
Yeah. And in
Mhm.
question asker, it just says anonymous attendee. So feel
Yeah,
free to email me, Megan at rooferscoffeeshop.com, and we can put you in touch with Suprema's technical department. Um,
100%. We will help you after this call
absolutely.
is done. 100%.
Yay. Okay.
Mhm.
So, from a customer perspective, Ryan,
Yeah.
what does Suprema's coatings offering mean? Like, how do your coatings deliver value in terms of leak prevention, warranties, cost savings?
All those wonderful things that you just said. I think one of the great things about coatings is all the cool roof settings that
Yeah.
you get. There's so much wonderful technology that comes into play. But the biggest aspect is when you do the coatings, you are adding longevity to the current substrate. So the first thing there is just you already have a roof that's working. You already have a substrate that's holding. We're adding more life to that. Again, we're not doing your traditional tear off. We're not adding waste to a landfill. So there's a lot of benefits there. But one of the things that I really, really love and enjoy that we're seeing a lot more excitement about is the cool roof side of the benefits that coatings have on these big buildings, these
Yeah.
big warehouses and stuff like that. And there's great data supported with a lot of this technology, both internally but also with Cool Roof Rating Council. We definitely lean on them. Great third-party organization that has
Love them.
wonderful educational tools that we all lean on, that we all go to, that we all get our ratings and stuff through. So I think those benefits are becoming more and more popular in conversation, but they're also becoming more and more popular in proof of how they work and why they're beneficial. So it's just a great thing. Obviously, leak prevention, solving the problem, that all comes into play too. Again, whether it's full coat, whether it's just a maintenance side. So there's just so many great things about coatings. And again, as we educate more people, it becomes very, very easy to feel excited and really understand it a little bit more to match up again with Cool Roof, to match up with, hey, this is another option. This is a faster option. So as we continue to do better internally, with our products and the ways that we get it out there, we're encompassing that energy with the people that are going out and actually talking to these property owners to
Yeah.
just show off the value and the great benefits that is coatings.
Yeah, are you seeing any of, energy codes, cool roof requirements? Are you seeing
Mhm.
any impact from those on the demand for coatings today?
That's definitely part of the geography, where you are in the country, because it could be a local municipality, city, or state that has something there. So on a broader spectrum, I wish it as easy as said, yes, you have to do this X, Y, and
Yeah.
Z. But it definitely narrows down to where you are and what part of the country you are. And that's a good thing that they want to push these things because we offer that solution. So as we see more of these and we understand what's written and how it's supposed to be implemented, we can then look at our product offerings, look exactly what we do to provide that solution for, Mr. and Mrs. Contractor to go out there and solve that problem. So,
Yeah.
yeah, the more of those conversations, great, because we believe we have a solution for
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. And it is really exciting to start or seeing those changes come about in local
Hmm.
municipalities, communities, states
Right.
where they're really putting kind of their money where their mouth is, if you will,
Correct.
in putting some cool roof requirements and codes into place. So it's
Absolutely.
exciting for
Absolutely.
the environmentalist in all of us. Um, okay, so how does having more technical representatives improve the experience for contractors and building
Hmm.
owners when they're working with someone like Suprema?
And huge improvement
Yeah.
because one, we are more readily available than what we used to be. We trained and added more people at the end of
Amazing.
last year to go out and help us help other persons. So
Hmm.
with that, we can respond to conversations faster. We can walk substrates in question faster. We can do our warranty post and or pre and post inspections. We can do that faster. We can do approved applicator trainings faster. So as we add more people that are knowledgeable, that are skilled, and more readily available, we become more accessible. Again, with our tech team expanding, that's another way of ease of access of information that we're providing out there. So it's really such a blessing to have a tech team that grew and has continued to growing in the magnitude that we have here at Suprema, because they're all wonderful people, all very skilled, high energy persons with the same common goal. We want to answer the questions that come into play. We want to walk the substrates in question and provide the best solution possible for not only the contractor, but the building owner.
Amazing. Amazing.
Hmm.
Yeah. And again, it's so exciting to have this integration, brand integration.
Right.
Um, we actually had a question on that. Someone was
Okay.
wondering if tropical products now under Suprema will be available in Canada.
Um, I definitely don't have an answer on the offerings going into Canada. I know tropical as a whole, that part's gone, but Suprema coatings, for what I understand, are here in the United States. Now, again, what we can do is take down your contact information, and after this call is done, we can get in contact with the right persons in Canada or put you in
Perfect.
contact with the right persons in Canada to see what offerings will be available up there.
Perfect. Amazing.
Mhm.
Again, question asker, feel free to email me and we will get you in touch with the correct people and hopefully they have what you're looking for in Canada. Okay, so I'd love to talk about some products now.
Yeah.
924 is
Yep.
considered your flagship coating.
Correct.
What makes it stand out, and what should we know about the RX roof repair in 901 in addition to 924?
Yeah, so 924, our high solid silicone, has direct bond technology and self-leveling. So as you mentioned, it is our flagship product. And before I continue down, for those that remember the 924 from Tropical, all those numbers stayed the same. We kept all the
Nice.
great numbers. So just taking Tropical out and going to Suprema. So definitely want to make sure as we're talking about it, all the numbers that you come to love and understand and know are still here with us today, which
That's
also
great.
brings the same performance and technology and reliability that we have. But yeah, 924, we love that product. It's such a um, fantastic tool for so many different things. And again, I think what a lot of people like is the direct bond and the self-leveling aspect there. As
Yeah.
you go to the one pass, that's speed of install. That's such a great finish to allow contractors, as they place and do their markings, in the early stages, they can find that rhythm a little bit faster. It settles in a very even, beautiful sheen. So we definitely love that. The RX Roof Repair, great silicone mastic product. Big benefit, it is a non-mix product. So the second you
Oh,
pop the lid, you're live and ready to go. Love
great.
this product. Wet, dry, apply. And we have it in regular and in solvent free. So very excited to have those offerings and also have it in 4 colors. So again, great product. Very, very versatile product that we're very, very proud. And another big thing, regular and solvent free. So definitely whatever part of the country that it fits, we've got an offering there. And then 901, just a great high solid silicone with a beautiful high gloss finish. We definitely love it, and it's such a great comfort product. Depending on in the heavy acrylics area, it's so
Yeah.
wonderful to have it in our arsenal. Have heard nothing but great things about it. As it moves and as we continue to put it on, and so really really glad that I'm here not only just to talk about these 3 products, but all the names, all the products that were once Tropical TRP have just moved over. And so everything you've known and come to love about us, it's still here, just has wonderful, beautiful new packaging on it and the great Suprema brand behind it.
Yay, that's so exciting. So,
It is.
for anyone out there that's kind of new to coatings, could you give us
Mhm.
a little bit of a breakdown between silicone and acrylic?
Yeah, definitely figure out, they have great needs of kind of your substrate and your pitch, and
Right.
also part of the country. So as you're breaking it down, for a little higher pitch aspects, especially on metal roofs, you definitely want your 901. You want your acrylic side, higher
Okay.
gloss finish. In areas where low pitch, so to speak, I know each person will have a different, opinion on what low pitch is.
Right.
But in the case where you have high ponding water, that's probably more built for 924.
Mm,
So it's definitely great to have both options set aside because all roofs are different. Everything looks, and feels and touches totally different. But again, as we bring in the beautiful lifespan that we have with tropical and all those great products, it's coming and backing behind it. So it definitely depends on the substrate, what you're looking at, the pitch of the roof, geography of where you're at. It could be a cool time, could just be what the market says. Hey, we're X, Y, and Z. This is just what we do in this market. So a lot of those factors all come into play. And again, as you talk to your local rep or even a tech person, it just allows for us to dissect the problem of that current substrate and provide the best thing that we can, the best solution for the roof.
yeah. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
great. That's great. And
Mhm.
again, the all these are so great for Cool Roof and have Cool Roof
Correct.
ratings, I believe,
Correct.
correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
All that comes with it. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. That's so exciting.
Mhm.
Okay, so how would you say Suprema helps customers decide between a full re-roof and and a coating restoration? How does the technical team come into play there?
Actually walking the roof. It
Yeah,
is as
great.
simple as that to start. Again, they want to understand the problem, and as fast as they can, they want to get on and actually look at the problem. So as those well-trained representatives of our company are out there and having the conversation in real time while walking the roof, that's where you really start to dissect things. That's where you can feel, you can look at it, you can ask the questions, you could probably visualize if there's a leak, this is where it's starting because we saw this and we could see that. So it definitely starts with the tech team. And as they get out there, they allow open dialogue, all the questions, and in real time, they're dissecting it and they're getting out there. So again, anytime you need to know what needs to go down, you have a little bit of confusion or just want some assurance. Maybe you had the right answer all along, but you just want a little bit of assurance. We're going to get our tech team involved. We're going to get out there and we're going to help you.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
That it's so great to have a real true partner in your manufacturer,
Right.
where you're working together as a team, you're
Mhm.
cohesive,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
to have that backing from a manufacturer as well when you're speaking to a building owner,
Mhm.
facility manager, whatever. That's so pivotal for a contractor.
Oh, big time. And we're happy to have and build those relationships, keep them strong,
Yay.
create new ones. It's just as exciting for us as we hope it is for all the contractors and building owners because we just want to provide the right solutions and we want to be there as the best resource that we possibly can.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Um, okay, we have a question here.
Okay.
Um, What products do you have for ponding water, meaning to fix ponding before silicone application, if any?
I think we would need to get up there and look. We have a full range of mastics and different maintenance products. So it could be one of those, but also if we have ponding water, there could be another situation on the substrate at hand. Could get drains and slopes and other things involved that could have a blockage or maybe just no pitch. So we have the ability to prevent the leaks and those aspects and help with the maintenance and or full coverage there. But when it really comes to ponding water, you got to take a look at it and truly understand why it's ponding.
Mm,
So again, provide your information. If you have any pictures or an understanding, we'd love to take a look at it and help you out with that. But we would really, really need to look at exactly where it's ponding and why it's ponding. We would
yeah,
definitely need to see that. Mhm.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then another one here. Um, do you see distribution partners playing a bigger role in contractor education and product support? And
Oh,
maybe who are some of the distributors you all work with?
yeah, 100%. I think not just distribution, educating and training contractors, they want to educate and train themselves.
Yeah,
They're not our contractors, excuse me, our labor force isn't the only one seeing these retirements.
yeah,
I've had some time in distribution and peers and mentors and former coworkers, they're retiring as well. Those positions are all being backfilled. Um,
right.
but I think just the need for education is going to continue, not just this year, but next year and the years beyond. And again, a lot of it is because of the labor. New persons coming in, long tenured, great respected individuals are retiring. That's always going to be a bigger aspect of there. Um, but I definitely see the ABCs, the QXOs, your local building supply stores, all the great partners that are out there in so many different avenues, no matter where they are and what they do, they are going to continue to look out for education because it betters them, but also it provides a great asset to their customers as well. So it's a
Yeah.
twofold answer of the same thing. They're both going to seek it, and we are going to do everything that we can to be right there when they need it, to educate them, to answer their questions, to be some assurance, whatever we need to be, we're going to be right there with them.
That's great. I love it.
Yes, ma'am.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the future a little bit. What
Yeah.
products, innovations, or integrations should customers and contractors look forward to seeing in the roof coating industry from Suprema in the future?
Yeah. I think as we continue to learn, we're going to unveil many more things to catch up, improve. Maybe something new has come up. So as we're learning and sending things back to the R&D lab,
Yeah.
we're definitely going to unveil some stuff. And I know one of the bigger things that we've worked on here, and that we're getting a lot of requests and a lot of fair understanding. Is colors and color offerings and how to do
Ah,
custom colors and all these great things right here. So thank you for all the requests that have come in the past and that are going to continue to come in there because we've had to sharpen our skills and become a better manufacturer of that. We have to
yeah.
have a better understanding of not only what our competitors are doing, but what building owners are wanting, what customers are asking. So I know that's been a lot of fun during my time here, and our R&D lab has done nothing short of an amazing job of turning stuff around, understanding more, and about the greater color spectrums that are really coming up there. But I would definitely say just we're learning just as you are, and as the markets and the conditions call for new products or maybe improvements to existing products, if that's something that we need to do, we're definitely doing that each and every single day, both realizing it and seeing it in the field and passing that information along to R&D. And as we're ready to unveil new stuff, it'll be presented again with wonderful tools from our marketing department and passed out through everybody in the local reps and the tech reps.
That's awesome. That's exciting.
Hmm. Yeah.
We have another question here. I love it, people. Keep them coming. Um, do you have an experience with like digital tools like roof mapping, moisture scans, or even AI assisted inspections? I've been hearing about people using AI to inspect. Have you heard anything about this?
I haven't heard anything on the AI side. I know your local reps and our tech team can definitely help you with moisture scans if that's
Mm,
a need in your area. So we definitely can help guide some of those discussions as we hear about it too, as well. And I know our sales development team is always looking at stuff in that avenue to what's out there. What are great, useful tools? Do we need a quoting tool for us or anything along those lines? So great question, and definitely want to offer any more assurance that we can, but also maybe ask you a few questions as we're also learning as well. So again, if you could share your information, we'd love to get you some answers right after this call is done.
that's awesome. Great. Okay, and we have more time for questions, and we have one here. Um, is Suprema sold through distribution or direct or both? Can any distributor buy it, or does it vary by region?
Definitely have wonderful distribution partners. Um,
Perfect.
if there's a situation, locally that you're either trying to find it in one way, shape, or form or make it appear, again, after this, we'll get you in contact with your local rep and help you understand the geography of where you're at. As best as possible. So we'd love to answer that question literally as fast as you can get us the information of where you're at. We would love to guide you in the right direction and answer any additional questions that you may have.
I love it. Okay,
Mhm.
and to kind of round out our coatings talk today, Ryan, I'd love to ask
Yeah.
you if a contractor wants to start offering coatings tomorrow, what are
Mhm.
some practical first steps you'd tell them to take?
Um, Definitely self-educate as much as you can.
Yeah.
So as you really understand, your market landscape, where you're at, what do the temperatures look like,
Yeah.
what are your competitors doing, what is successful, what are you seeing, what are you hearing? Definitely get the best idea of your market landscape out there, and anything um, that you need to find more, anything that you um, might be confused about, or what the heck is this? Fill in the blank on whatever it is. Reach out to your local Suprema rep. We definitely want to help you as best as possible. We want to dissect these questions, these problems, and all these other things out there, to where the next step is build up that confidence to go start making that as an offering with you, because we want to make sure that we are an asset to your success. We want to make sure that we collectively, whether it's products, whether it's rep knowledge, or it's tech team, we want to be a tool that helps make your life easy as you go talk to these property owners and or anyone else that may be interested in this as an offering from your business. So collect everything that you need to understand about your market landscape, and then immediately reach out to your local Suprema Coatings rep, and we will help you from there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing, Ryan. And lastly, I know we talked about distribution, but where can we find Suprema online? What's your website? Can people buy direct?
Yeah, Suprema.us, definitely go there.
Perfect.
All of our information along those lines. And then again, anything purchasing, definitely reach out to your local rep along those lines there.
Perfect.
And we want to make sure we understand again where you're at, what exactly the need is. Because each place is different, each, part of the geography, part of the world definitely could be that. So definitely make sure we get your contact information and we can have you reach out to your local rep and find the accessibility on where to find our products.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Ryan.
Yes, ma'am.
And thank you to all the question askers as well out there and to everyone that
Yeah.
attended today. You can go to Suprema's directory on coatingscoffeeshop.com to learn more about all of their offerings, find their website there, find contact information for technical reps. And if you have further questions, please feel free to email me, Megan at rooferscoffeeshop.com, and I can get you in touch with Ryan and his team, the technical people,
Yes.
and all that good stuff. And Ryan, I can't thank you enough. Great job. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much. This was a lot of fun. Everyone be safe out there, and thank you so much for tuning in today.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And we will see you next time in March's Codings Talk. And thanks again. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye, everyone.